Hey guys, I'm here today with another first impressions, except this time it's on a foundation and I'm really excited to try this. It's from the drugstore and it's very affordable. It's $6.29. That's where I found it for that much money at Harmon. And I mentioned in my last first impression, my Harmon is really on their game when it comes to new products. Either they're putting them out too early or, I don't know, not too early for me, but regardless. So it is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. And now Maybelline has a regular Fit Me foundation. They also have that, the one that's like a twist up foundation, the stick foundation. That's what it's called, right? Yeah. That's the one I use to contour at times. But this one is for, it says for medium to oily skin. It's such a sleek packaging. It's the same amount of product as, my Ready Set Gorgeous foundation, which is one of my absolute favorites from the drugstore. I was really excited to try this out. It says it's matte and poreless, and I like being matte, and I definitely like to be poreless, so I thought this was perfect for me. I got mine in the shade Nude Beige, and I realized I haven't tried many Maybelline foundations. I haven't tried a foundation in a long time by them. I know I use my Dream BB cream, the pure one, the one that's for like acne prone skin, but that's easier because they have like light, medium, dark, whatever, so it's kind of easier, but it's harder to find your own color. And I am stupid and I didn't, you know, go pick up my Ready Set Gorgeous one and put it next to it, but when I got home it was almost identical. If anything, maybe this is a tad bit lighter, but it's not really an issue because I'll be getting paler as time goes on for the winter, so it should be perfect. It says it mattifies and refines pores, matches natural skin tone, natural seamless finish. So I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. I already applied a primer. I know some people, when they do first impressions, they don't put a primer, but I feel like if you're normally going to be wearing your foundation, wouldn't you put a primer anyway? So I already put on a primer. I put on the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, the little baby sample that I have that I've used in many of my videos recently. So yeah, the only thing I say I don't like about this is the fact that it's like a glass bottle and there's no like pump or anything. A pump would have been like ideal because I just feel like it's just such wasted product. Like you have to pour it on the back of your hand and I feel like I have to like wipe it off after a while. But enough of me rambling, because you know I cannot make a video without rambling because I fail. If you want to see more, then just keep watching and we'll get into the first impression. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, the foundation. I'm going to be using my Beauty Blender. I also brought a stippling brush if I feel like the Beauty Blender isn't going to really do it so much justice. But I do prefer usually using my Beauty Blender to apply my foundation. Okay, so I'm just taking the top off and I'm going to be pouring this onto my hand. Alright, it comes out kind of quickly, so just be careful. I'm going to just start off with a little bit because I don't know how much goes, I don't know if it goes a long way, that kind of thing. But yeah, that matches me pretty well. My face is obviously paler than my body. Also, I wanted to say, I am dry, my pimples here are dry, so because this is a matte foundation, I am going into this knowing that it might cling to the dry spots that I have. Again, I also get kind of combo skin at this time of the year anyway, so right off the bat we'll know if this is good for combo skin, or, because it says it's good for normal to oily skin, so we'll see how that winds up working out. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's starting to cover pretty well, like that whole entire cluster of acne, it looks like it just disappeared. That's pretty cool. So yeah, a little doesn't go a long way, so you're gonna have to, I have to go back in with the foundation and put more on the back of my hand, because that little bit did cover like this side of my face for the most part. But yeah, it looks pretty good so far. And just FYI, this does kind of run on your hand. It doesn't really stay put, so gotta be careful. Let's just start doing this side now. yeah, it looks pretty good. It's covering pretty well, and this matches me pretty good. Again, it's a little bit, actually, it's a little bit darker than I thought it was. So, I mean, I'm a little paler here, so maybe this color was a little bit too dark. Guys, this does cover really well. It covers really nicely. I feel like this is kind of like a medium to almost full coverage. I wouldn't say this is absolute full coverage. Again, the Beauty Blender doesn't really give you more of like a full coverage. I'm sure if I used a brush and like kind of loaded it on a little bit, maybe it would be a little bit more full coverage, but to me, it looks more of like a medium coverage. It's very nice. I really do like this so far. Right now, it's a little bit after 11 o'clock in the morning. I do have a couple of things I needed to do, like run around to go to the store. And then I also am working from 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock tonight. I might wind up getting off early, but I'm not positive. It all depends if I get booked any clients. So I'll probably try checking back with you in a couple of hours to let you know how it is. I'm just going to put on my full face now. And by full face, I mean I'm not really going to be wearing a lot of makeup because I usually don't like wearing a ton of makeup to work because I do massages. So I'm in a room, in a small room, and I'm working, like I'm walking around the room and I'm physically working. So I usually don't like wearing a lot of makeup, but we'll see then and there if this is good for me, who is a girl on the go when I'm working. And we'll see if I get oily or anything. I don't know about if this is gonna keep me matte the entire time. I'll bring probably set powder, but I'm not going to set my face unless I feel like it looks absolutely disgusting and my coworkers are like, you look like you're sweating up a storm. Put on the rest of my makeup and then I will check back in with you. Not matte. It looks pretty poreless around my nose. I would say like a little bit, it looks a little blurred here, but I wouldn't say I look poreless. But it looks really good. It looks really good. I'm really excited for this. Okay, so it is now 11:30. It took me about 20 minutes to finish what my makeup is right now. I am loving this right now, and I really hope throughout the day I love it as much as I do right now, because right now we're like biffs, and yeah, I'm like obsessed with this. I'm like, yay. I think as of right now, by 11:30, you should go out and try this. I think if you can find it, please go try this. I feel like it didn't really cling to my dry patches, which is really nice, especially since it says it's matte, which I do feel like it's matte, but it's not clinging to dry spots, which is fabulous. And I feel like it blurred my pores. It looks really good. I also forgot to mention that they did release a powder, like a setting powder as well. It's not like a foundation powder. It's not a powder foundation. It's just a setting powder. And it's also called Fit Me Matte and Poreless. But oh my god, ooh, I really have high hopes for this and I hope it doesn't disappoint me. I'll try to check back in around maybe 2 o'clock if I can. The lighting might be a little off. I'm still on the hunt to get better lighting and I'm really sorry I haven't done it yet. But I mean, right now it looks okay. It is gloomy out. It was like, I think raining this morning and it's a little cloudy. But thankfully, I'm getting some natural sunlight in as well as a light that I have on in my bedroom. So, okay. So again, I'll try to check back in around 2 o'clock. I'm going to be going to work around 4. So maybe around 2 o'clock I'll let you know how I feel about this. I did set it with like a translucent powder just in my T-zone because I do get oily there, and I'm gonna set it obviously because that's what you'd normally do with your regular makeup. So if I feel like it goes through my makeup, my setting powder, then I'll know that this isn't really like an oil control kind of foundation. But again, it's matte, it's making my pores very blurred. It's not poreless, I would say. I I see my pores. They're there. It's like, I think rocket scientists can see them. If that makes sense. Oops. I don't know. But I think they just blur my pores. I would not say this is super poreless, but I'm not complaining because I think my skin looks very fabulous. And I'll give you an up-close look. That's what it looks like right now. Again, you can still see this. It's like not really canceling out redness, which I'm not so disappointed in. I don't want my face to look very cakey, especially while I'm at work. So this is what it looks like, and I think it looks really good for what this is. It's a drugstore foundation, like $6.29. Like, you can't really go wrong there. It's really good price. So again, I'll check back in around 2 o'clock, and I'll let you know how I feel. Hey guys, so it is now 2:15 in the afternoon, and my skin still looks really good. Like, you can see, it looks really good. I haven't had to touch up at all. I haven't felt like I needed to touch up at all. It's been, again, since 11:30, so it's been like 2 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah. I mean, that's only 2 hours and 45 minutes, but hey, you know, I've had foundations that, like, an hour after I put them on, they like start oxidizing and like eat away at all the powders I put on my face. So nothing has gone down. Also, when I left my house, it is raining, so I was being extra careful. But regardless, 2 hours and 45 minutes, it's still looking good, still going strong. I have to go to work in about an hour and a half, so I will not be able to update you anytime soon. I should be getting home, I'm hoping no later than 8 or 9 o'clock. I'm scheduled till 10, but as of right now, I know that it's relatively quiet. This entire week has been pretty quiet, actually, so I might wind up even leaving sooner than that, but I don't know. So when I get home later, I will check in with you. The lighting is going to be very bad because it'll be really dark, and right now it's still gloomy, but thankfully I'm like I'm getting some natural sunlight as well as this light that I have in the corner of my bedroom. So we'll see how that turns out, but hopefully it'll be good. I'm really happy about this foundation, and I really hope it doesn't let me down. I'll see you guys soon. Hey guys, so it is now 10 after 9. I'm sorry I wasn't able to check back in with you sooner. I was working from 5:30 till about 8:15, 8:30. So I want to say that my makeup lasted until about 5:30, right before I took my client. And all of it has actually melted off my face. But I kind of knew that going into the day, that I normally don't wear foundation to work. I normally wear BB cream. I'll wear my Maybelline Dream Pure BB cream because I know that it'll melt off my face. Especially this time of the year, we have the heat blasting for the clients. Even if I'm hot, the client can't be cold because it's just really bad. So the heat's going, there's table warmers on the table, so the client's body heat also gets to me. So I was a little bit too hot when I was working today, and I even knew. I was like, alright, this is melting off my face, and I'm not using that as a bashing of this foundation because it lasted from like 11:15 to like 5:15, 5:30. It lasted about 6 to 7 hours, which is amazing for a drugstore foundation especially. I was not getting oily. I was not feeling like I needed to touch up. I did bring my translucent powder from Neutrogena to touch up my T-zone, but I didn't actually use it. I probably should have used it after my first client, but I didn't, and it was fine. I didn't want to like add more to my face because I was sweating, so it probably would have just sunk into my pores, which would have been really bad and probably even worse for my skin. But on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, I'm going to have to put this foundation at, I would say, between 8 to 10. Honestly, I'm putting it high up there because it's really good. I still have to get, you know, more comfortable with using it. I might want to try it with like a brush as opposed to using the Beauty Blender, but I think the Beauty Blender did a fabulous job and I loved it like that, but I do want to play around with this more, but I'm going to leave it between 8 to 10 to rate it. I also forgot to mention that my friend Sam, who is Samantha Ann, she's one of my best friends, I told her that I found this foundation and she actually went to go pick it up and she's going to try to get a video, like a first impression / review up. Around the same time I'll have my video up, so I'll link her channel down below, even though you already should be subscribed to her if you're not. So I'll leave her stuff down below. I'll also link her video when it's up, and that's all I have to say. So please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.